Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, I want to start off by pointing out there's no question mark after rank worthy. It is a statement, it is not a question, and I intend to show you why in this video. I do the champion rankings and tier list video. She is in the top shelf for the Mystic Champions, and she absolutely deserves to be there. If she ever comes out as a 6-star, I would be elated to pull her, max her out, and take her up, but she's only as a 5-star. I'm in BG3 of 4 Loki, Perennial Master Tier Alliance, and she is one of my most frequently assigned war attackers. I thought she may be on her way out because of some science champions that have come into the game recently. I actually communicated with Taters just the other day, and he said, I actually think with this global, she might get assigned even more in this upcoming season. We are going to take a look at her specials, what they do, then show you 3 fights, 2 of which are war, which I think highlights how great she can be in intense fights, and then a non-war fight to show you if you're coming up in Act 5 and Act 6. I know there's the allure of putting your resources into your 6-star champions, but if you can pull this 5-star, he will absolutely help you so much. It is a brutal fight that I know gave a lot of people a lot of problems. I cannot wait to show you, and then we will look quickly at some synergies and I'll provide some final thoughts. Real quick before we jump into it, I want to give a massive thank you and shout out to both Luhdemtaters and Cat Murdock for the image I'm using on this thumbnail. It is a Cat Murdock mashup between, I believe, Hela and Magik, but to me, I just see so much magic and how awesome she is in this game. And Taters for designing this very cool card. Thank you so much for creating it for me with the extra badges I did earn in this last war season. And then thank you both of you for allowing me to use it for this thumbnail. I think it does Magik justice, which is what I'm trying to do. All right, let's get to it. We're going to quickly go over her special 1 and her special 3. The special 2 is the big highlight. We'll show that a lot in the fights. Special 1, 100% chance to nullify any buff, right? But it's only 1. There's also a 100% chance to enter a state of limbo and any specials. We'll talk about limbo a little bit as we get going. So here you go. You're going to see this. This is the single nullify. It's helpful. It's not a nothing, but I don't think it's something you're going to consistently be relying on. And then we're going to jump to the special 3, which is a 100% chance to nullify, removing all buffs. So you see this here. And then it also has an attack rating increase of 1,500, give or take, for each buff removed. You see this did some decent damage, and then look at with Mystic Dispersion how much power back we've gotten. That's a tremendous amount. You can go straight into your Sp2 if you choose. Okay, in this first fight, we're going to be going up against the kinetic transference. You see the power bond there. The kinetic transference is really the difficult part of this, especially against Mojo, who's probably also running Mystic Dispersion. Now, in this fight, I've specifically chosen it because we're going to show the power lock that comes from the special 2, but also it's a great example of what you can do with her signature ability. And I'm going to explain that to you very quickly here. So after a filling bar of power, Magik has a 25% chance to enter a state of limbo for 3 seconds. Now, we've already talked about how you're going to enter limbo with every special. So this is in addition to every special. It's going to happen for 3 seconds. The chance increases by 12.5% after filling 2 bars and by 25% after filling 3 bars. So the farther you're going into your power bar, the more likely you are to trigger limbo just by hitting that bar. If you fought Magik, you know how annoying this can be. But at Sig 200, you are multiplying those chances by 99.96. You're going to see me enter this fight and actually allow myself to get hit. Let's go ahead and play it because I know that I will heal back. Now, that's the other thing that Limbo does. So it does deal energy damage per second. Again, if you fought her, you're aware of that. But any damage Magik takes during this period is rewound when the effect expires. I like the wording on that. So it's going to happen, right? And then with masteries that increase your healing, you actually begin to heal from this. You're going to see me watch. I'm going to confirm that Limbo I started the fight with Limbo because of the advanced power boost. And I actually let him hit into me so I can get my power going. This combat power rate is high, right? I'm getting those from being hit. And then now I've got my Sp2 on. He is power locked. This fight is basically over. This fight is basically over. I am running the bleed portion of the recoil tree, the suicide masteries. The bleed has fallen off. And as we talked about, because of the heal back after Limbo, you see where my health bar is. This is really, really cool. And in the fight in the quest, I actually will not be running any of these boosts or anything like that. I just want to show you what she can do in her basic form. That fight was done, a very difficult fight, absolutely simplified. This is a very difficult node. This is EMP modification. It's as you're going into section 2 as Burden of Might. Now, I have actually removed dexterity, so I don't have to deal with that. I didn't want to have to fuss with that and be concerned with that during the fight. The problem is now there's Bubble Shield, and that means if Apocalypse is throwing specials, likely going to be triggering it. There's so many hits in there, it's going to add up, and this could get very, very ugly. So getting that power lock on from the Sp2, extremely, extremely important. Additionally, again, I cannot emphasize enough, yes, you can offensively use Limbo, and you're going to see me try to use it again here with the advanced power boost. But also, sometimes it just absolutely saves you. You're going to see that in this fight. So here we go. We're going to go in, and I think I actually land a nice intercept. The backdraft light intercepts kind of become very popular for a lot of safety reasons. Her medium, it's that high leg kick. It's just the way the animation works. It works very well. So here we go. We're going to go in. We've got the power lock. Now, I want to point this out. The power lock has 2 hits on her. The special 2 has 2 hits in it. You're seeing it there. Each one has an 85% chance to land the power lock. Every once in a while, when you obviously don't want it to happen, it will fail. I've put out a video on that. I'll link that in the description if you're interested in checking it out, like kind of what to do if that happens. Basically, stay calm. But 85% chance means it's almost always going to land. And then watch Limbo absolutely save me here. I mess up with the bubble shield, boom, and then shoot right back up because you heal back that damage that you took. And then with those extra health recovery masteries, you heal up even more. This fight is a very difficult fight, or at least one that you really need to fine tune who you're going to be bringing in as far as champion options. Magik just makes it simple. She just simplifies it. She locks the opponent down. And I play my war Magik very conservatively. When we get into the questing fight, you'll see I'll show you a variety of the ways you can play her a bit more aggressively and speed things up. All right, now we're going into a brutal fight. This is Act 6.3. This is Bubble Shield. You see improved power gain, supercharged. So Hyperion, you have to worry about his ability power gain already. Now there's all these extra power gains. I have brought in no synergy partners. There is no power back boost, no advanced power boost. This is just Magik. This is just her on her own. I do need to get him to throw some of his specials, so that is important to get this initial power lock going. If you really struggle, what you can sometimes do is you don't intentionally push them to the Sp3, but you're aware that it might happen, and then just race to your Sp2 or your Sp1. You're probably going to trigger Limbo, and then you'll heal back the damage from the Sp3 if you really need to. We've got our special 2 power lock on. I need to refresh that. And then you're going to see me start trying a variety, because I wanted to show you a variety of draft backs and intercepts you can do with her. I'm going to work on, you're going to see the back draft into a light, so that'd be 4 hits. And then we're going to come in for a light. There it is. You'll see me start working in some of the mediums like we talked about, that very high leg kick that she has. And then the wake up intercepts. There was the backdraft medium right there with the high leg kick. And then I wanted to show you this too. I'm not the best at this. That initial one you saw, there was actually a moment where he was able to cross his arms. That's a little bit dangerous. But timing it after the heavy, I'm able to do that better, and you can just do it, and you'll see players just do this. It's very safe because the defender does not have a bar of power. They can't throw a special in. What you want to make sure you know, though, is how quickly they get up or wake up. That's why it's often called a wake-up intercept. And then make sure you're timing your heavy correctly. I will not do that in war because one tiny mistake could end it. But showing you here, showing you what is possible and the things you can work with, that's what I wanted to do. I love her. I love this champion. I'm worried she's not coming as a 6-star. I'm worried that that's not happening. I feel like she probably already would have by now. And they keep providing us new and more intricate options for power control, ability power control, and combat power rate. Keep that in mind, right? Ability power control, that's like the purple power gain that we have Hyperion showing right now. And then combat power rate is them being hit or them hitting you. Those are different things. And that's why the power lock is so incredibly, incredibly powerful, because it's locking all of them. Like I'm hitting him, he's not gaining power. He's got these really massive power gains going on. he is not gaining power. So we'll see. We'll see if she ever comes out as a 6-star, but like I said, I am in BG3 for Loki, playing for Luhdemtaters and Lizer, and playing along with, you know, Pandaman Pete and Legacy and Bryn and all these names that you know. And I get assigned Magik very, very regularly in war for very difficult fights. She is awesome. She is great. And then let's go ahead and take a look at some of her synergies in case you want to increase her damage. As you saw in that Hyperion fight, I had absolutely no synergies. I had no power back boost, no advanced power boost. And she still handled that fight like an absolute champ, right? But let's say you want to add on some spiciness, which I think does make a lot of sense. The synergy with Purgatory will give her bleed immunity, plus a 20% ability accuracy. We talked about the Sp2, every blue moon having a chance to fail. This would put that away, right? Plus 20 to 85. So you should be absolutely fine. This should be landing. This Enchanted Blades with Heimdall will be increasing her critical critical rate, which is very, very nice. Obviously, you want these things critting as much as possible, which means more damage. Now, Warlock. This was brought in a couple times in those war videos. I really like having this in because it increases her damage whenever she is in Limbo. 50% attack rating is a big, big deal. With her, you're often wanting to throw that special too. So that makes a lot of sense. Platinum Pool, that's just there because it is. And then Warrior Queens. This was a really big one. This has been in the game quite a bit longer, so it's been a bit more well known. But a 500 critical rating and critical damage rating while Limbo is active. And then the last thing I do want to point out with her, some people have done some videos exploring it. It is helpful. Is she actually is tagged as an X-Men. And then so if you work with some of those Professor X synergies and things like that, you can increase her damage and get that going as well. She's awesome, guys. I hope that showed that. I hope you see that. I know a lot of people understand that she's very good, but they're not sure why she's really good. Again, and I know I've said it multiple ones, but I'm saying it more so that the point gets home or hits home. I'm in for Loki. I'm in BG3. I play under the assignments of Lizer and Taters, and I get assigned Magik very, very regularly, and other people do too. She can absolutely handle fights that are very difficult, where one death can mean the whole alliance loses a war. She is that good, and I am playing the game at that level, and I use her all the time. If you're coming up in this game and you're working through Act 5 and you're working through Act 6, and you pull her, yeah, you know, you can come and talk to me, join the Discord server, and we'll talk it through. We get this question pretty regularly. Not only who should I rank up, but in specific to Magik, because I think there's such a hesitance to rank up 5 stars, and I completely understand that. But this is a champion who is not even available as a 6-star, and they are completely unique in their ability to power lock. I think she will be very helpful to you in Act 5 and Act 6. Obviously, Act 7, they start to see more with the benefit to the 6 stars, and a lot of us have gotten through it without her, so it might tail off a little bit there, but I imagine she is still very usable. She can still do these things. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think, if this just confirmed your thoughts, if this opened your eyes a little bit, or if you just disagree. I appreciate the comments and the back and forth. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.